Right now on Denver 7 News at 5 o'clock, some terrifying moments on the waters in Golden as crews save 4 people who tipped over tubing. What we're hearing from rescuers.
Some good news if you're looking for a home. Inventory is up in the Denver metro. We're taking a 360 in-depth look at the summer housing market, including how rising interest rates are impacting your buying power.
And it's like Christmas in July for Amazon shoppers. Prime Day is right around the corner. We're breaking down the best deals and the offers from other stores to compete with the online giant. Which begs the question, do you really need that item? Or are you just buying it because it's 70% off?
I'm just buying it for the deal.
For the big discount.
Right, so I can tell people I got a deal. Yeah.
Right. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Brian Sanders.
I'm Nicole Brady, and if you've enjoyed the hot weather, well, we get a little bit of a break from that today, Katie.
Oh, we sure do. Happy Wednesday to you. We are seeing more of that monsoon moisture stream into the state for both today and tomorrow, and even a little bit of shower activity north of the metro area. We're under a mostly cloudy sky and dry right now, but from Johnston up to the border, we will be gradually seeing those showers taper off this morning. Temperatures, we're hovering in the high 60s for the next few hours. By 7 o'clock, 68 degrees, 72 by 9 a.m. and daytime highs about 5 to 10 degrees cooler across the Front Range and Plains this afternoon. A high of 80 degrees in Parker, mid 80s in Denver, 60s and 70s into the high country. Now a better chance for more widespread storm activity over the northeastern corner of Colorado and the I-25 corridor. So afternoon storms likely, heating up Friday through the weekend with temperatures back to the 90s. But here's a look at Futurecast briefly. You can see clouds increasing if my clicker works. But anyway, Jason, we're expecting some more rain this afternoon.
Come on, clicker.
Come on, clicker.
Come on, clicker. We have some of the cloud cover you were seeing, and it's good to give us a nice break for the eastbound routes. Yesterday, you were saying that we were going to have a flash flood watch over here in Glenwood Canyon, and I said, well, we could see a closure of I-70 if that watch turns into a warning, and that's exactly what happened for a couple hours yesterday afternoon. It is open right now. If you saw on Google Maps that I-70 is closed in Glenwood Canyon, that is not the case right now. This is I-70 over by Tower Road. Looks pretty good for us now out to the east side of town. However, as you take a look at the map, there is a crash out here just south of I-70 on Tower Road, right by Smith Road or so. It was a pretty serious crash. I'm not seeing any significant delays, at least on the this map, but there are some delays on the southbound side trying to get through there. But the rest of the drive looks just fine. Just about anywhere else you want to go here this morning.
Air Tracker 7 captured the moments after a scary situation in Clear Creek Canyon just west of Golden. 2 people are in the hospital after getting tossed into rough waters while tubing. Denver 7's Christian Lopez is live not far from where 4 people had to be rescued from those waters. Christian.
Yeah, very scary. This all happened just minutes upstream from where we're standing this morning in Clear Creek Canyon. 4 people were thrown from their tube. This is in an area where tubing isn't even allowed. And video from Air Tracker 7 shows those moments when that rescue happened yesterday. A man was pulled out of the water and he was unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital. We are working to learn how he's doing this morning. A woman was found clinging to a rock in the river as well, and crews pulled her out and took her to the hospital. 2 other men who were in the group with them were able to get out of the water on their own. But tubing, again, is not allowed in that part of the creek right now, and that order is clearly posted. This water rescue even shut down part of US 6 highway in Clear Creek Canyon for a few hours yesterday while this was all happening. And this is all in the same stretch of the river where a woman who was also tubing with her friends this weekend died on Saturday. We are live this morning in Golden. I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Very dangerous. Thank you, Christian. Highway 125 is still shut down this morning north of Granby after heavy rain triggered a mudslide there. There's still no word on when the highway will reopen. I-70 in Glenwood Canyon was also closed for a time yesterday because of flash flooding concerns.
We do have a tragic update this morning. A 7th person has died after the mass shooting at a 4th of July parade outside Chicago. And we're learning disturbing new information about the suspect. Officials say he had planned the attack weeks in advance and say he was wearing women's clothing during the shooting to hide his identity. Police say he also passed 4 background checks before he bought the rifle used in the attack. But he had several run-ins with police in years past. Illinois State Police say in 2019 they were notified he had attempted suicide. And then later that year, a family member called police saying the suspect was, quote, going to kill everyone. Some say the interaction should have brought his mental health into question, but Illinois red flag laws did not stop him from buying a gun. The suspect will be arraigned tomorrow. Police have not announced a motive either. Well, summer's here. It's a popular time to move. We know that, but finding a new home or apartment is tough right now.
Yeah, so this morning we're going 360 in depth, breaking down the brand new report showing where prices and inventory stand in the Denver metro. And we're doing the math to see how rising interest rates are impacting your buying power.
Plus, how Denver's rent stacks up against other Colorado cities and the country, with one agency helping people who can't afford to live here. And if you're moving, we have advice from experts before you hire a moving company to pack up your stuff.
Let's start with Denver 7's Veronica Acosta with the latest housing report for the Denver metro out this morning. Veronica.
Well, hey, like every month, there is some good and some not so good news if you're looking to buy a home somewhere in the Denver area. So the good news is the number of homes on the market that has skyrocketed. The not so good news is so has the average price of a home. We're talking about more than $810,000. Condos and townhomes, those are also important. Those, and the price of those rather, has increased to a little more than $500,000. And then when it comes to inventory, we're talking about there being twice as many listings at the end of June compared to last year, more than 6,000. And just as there are homes available, buyers, they're feeling the impacts of our slowed economy. Experts say first-time buyers who were initially pre-approved during the beginning of the year with a specific interest rate decided to wait until buying. Wasn't so competitive, but now that they've restarted that searching process, they're running into those higher interest rates.
Things are obviously changing pretty quickly, and I think we'll continue to see more inventory, prices slowing, higher days in the MLS, and more adjustments with that.
So if you're wondering what's next, Andrew Abrams says you can expect this the rest of the year. The number of homes on the market is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And for many out there, that's a really good piece of news. In Denver, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Yeah, a little more time, not so competitive. Thanks, Veronica. We did the math to show you the impact rising interest rates are having on what you pay for a monthly mortgage. In January, a 30-year rate from Freddie Mac was 3.22%. So for a $700,000 mortgage, your monthly payment would be about $3,000, not including taxes, fees, or insurance. Well, last week, that interest rate was about 5.7%. So that same $700,000 house will now cost you more than $4,000 a month. To get a $3,000 a month payment, you would have to find a house for just $525,000. So that's a house that's $175,000 cheaper than it was just 6 months ago.
Wow.
To get that same payment. Yeah.
One of Denver's safe outdoor spaces is moving this week. The Tent Village at Regis University is moving to land owned by the St. Francis Center at 2nd and Federal. Because it's a new location, the St. Francis Center is hosting an open house this afternoon.
They can just tour the facility, ask questions of staff, and really just connect us, because we feel it's important to be part of the neighborhood when we move in this week.
So the Safe Outdoor Space open house is from 4 to 7 tonight at 2nd and Federal. Residents are scheduled to start moving in tomorrow. The St. Francis Center says it helped 27 people from the Regis University site get into more stable housing. Katie. Jason.
All right. We have a pretty good drive for us here this morning. You can see that up in Boulder, looking really nice over there at the CU Event Center, which will be right over here. Good drive on 28th here at Colorado Avenue, coming off of Highway 36. No big issues for us on the roads right now, at least on the highways. One crash out to the east side of town. We'll talk about that coming up.
Well, get your popcorn ready. One movie theater chain is giving you a discount to check out all the summer blockbusters, but there is a catch, of course.
Of course, yes. And some good news for Avs fans hoping for another magical season. We know at least one veteran player who's sticking around next year.